a critic.
All right, and we are live.
I see it. I see it. I see it. And we back.
Mm,
Back.
mm. We are back.
Lawrence ain't been the same since we were gone.
What you think changed, bro?
Everything, man. Everything.
You look a,
Everybody.
you look a
But
lot skinnier.
I did. I lost weight, boss. I lost too much weight, man.
Veronica don't look too. She still look the same. A lot
Yeah,
more.
yeah. I
We
just,
call it
yeah.
distinguished.
I just started putting it back on now
Well,
because I
thank
got
you.
surgery next month.
You know, I haven't done this in so long. Now I'm trying to remember. Okay, I went to the Tangy Tea page, right, and then I shared it to all of our pages. Was that the right? Was that right? I
You
think
don't have
so.
to do it that way anyway. So
Let me see if I can share. No, I couldn't have done it that way. It's been a minute, honey. I'm still trying to figure it out. Wait a minute.
You might as well go ahead and play the intro and
I ain't kidding. I was trying to wait till some people come on, but yeah, we definitely can. Oh, let me get out of here and go. I'm sweating. Here we go. All right. Well, and there it is. I shared it with you guys. Oh, you know what? Nothing has changed. You guys are still late. Like ridiculous that I had to wait on two men to start this show. And you
you
know
ain't
how y'all
lying.
always
You
say
ain't
the
lying.
women is always late. Nope.
Tell her, bro. It was. Look, he gone now.
we,
Normally it was the
we
other way
might as well
around.
do it the same way we used to do it.
Oh man, it feels good to be sitting here with you guys. Oh, how I miss this. How are you? First of all, hey everybody. Let me see if anybody in the comments section yet. Hey Tracy. Hey Mrs. Tony. Hey everybody that's watching out there. We are back on this podcast thing. It feels good to be back. I'm your host Veronica, back with you on this. What is it? Sunday evening. Back at the long vacation. Over to my right is who is he tonight?
Other way.
The other way.
Oh, the other way here.
Yeah, there you go.
Vic White is back with us on this Sunday evening. Also, we have Brother Fatine all the way from New York, WBLS radio station.
What's up,
Is
family?
back
What's
with
up?
us.
What's up? Let's do
Hey.
this.
Hey, Thomas. Hey, Marvin. All of you out there, thank you so much. We miss y'all so much. We do. We got to give y'all the heart. We are back. It's been a lot going on. We are needed out here in these streets. It's been so much going on, so much that we're going to talk about tonight. And I think we're going to just dive on in. Hey, Zai, my little friend Zai is joining us tonight. Hey, Zai. And all of you who are new to Tangy Tea of Life, let me tell you right now, I'm going to give you a warning. They do the most here on this show.
Who was there?
I don't know how I'm looking.
I'm glad you put the disclaimer out because there's been too many damn imposters out there. Ain't nobody stepped up in Florence, South Kakalaki, and did what we have done. So we're back.
We are here, baby. Yes.
Right.
So glad to be back. We have so much to talk about, like I said. First of all, what's been going on with you all?
Let's start
Wait, I
with
didn't get the people. Wait, okay. So first of all, Tangy Tea of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. Nothing is off limits, except for like politics. Like we don't really get into the politics.
even though we can, but
I know you
we
can.
need to tonight. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to because what happened in South
Yeah,
Carolina with
yeah.
Jim
So,
Clyburn, we're gonna have to
yeah.
hit that a little later.
Okay, so we'll talk about that. We get in politics a little bit tonight. But yeah, so it gets juicy if you have any young people in your households, and because sometimes these men lips don't know how to, stop.
You should have seen some of these women lips down at the beach
So,
on the video.
so, so y'all are in agreement that y'all want men and women lips to stop moving?
Not me.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but we should talk. Ooh, did you see the lip movement down in some of the videos coming from Black Week?
No,
Whoa.
I did see some
I'll tell
photos.
you, it was amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just a lot of bobbing and weaving. That's all
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
what else is new though?
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
been
what goes
generational,
on?
just passing on from generation to generation.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. We are back. So what's been going on in you guys' world?
You start off.
Yeah, you the woman. You the
Well,
lady.
I mean, Victor, you said,
Engaged, got somebody special in your life.
oh, so we just going,
Yeah, jump right on in the
we're
pool,
going
man. Put
straight
your toe in the
in there,
pool.
huh?
Yeah, damn right.
Listen, I am happy, as you can see. I've this is happy weight. Like I'm happy. I'm happy. My career is going very well. I'm surrounded around a lot of great people, a lot of great energy, and my life is really wonderful right now. I have no complaints whatsoever. I'm living my life to the fullest. I mean, I'm doing the thing. So there you go.
Mr. Vic White.
So I think for me, I had some since we've been away, I had a lot of I should say a lot. I had some eye-opening experiences. For the most part. There is I don't want, let me choose my words very carefully. I'm happy. I'm in a relationship and I don't want to go anywhere other than where I am now. Let me just say that.
Okay. I love it. I love. Congratulations, Victor.
Oh, look at it. That's better than that damn cowbell you used to have. Ooh, Lord.
See where we going? As a man, you sometimes you just can't say nothing because people make it weird, but it is what it is.
I just congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you always say that you make it weird. I'm just saying congratulations. Okay. We moving on. Come on, brother fatigue. What's going on in your world?
Well, first of all, let me just say a couple of quick things to a girl. I see her out there, Cheryl. Prayers to you, my sister.
Yes.
And yes, and to you, brother Victor. And I always say this: Vic is different, and growing on this show, we've learned each other personalities. Of course, we've had some bumps, but through those bumps, those are growing pains. And one of the things I'd say, and I told Victor to his face straight up that he's interested. Some things I didn't understand, and it's not for me to always to understand everything, but to evaluate things. And when I did that, this brother's a good brother. So for me to hear him, and he's shown this, you have shown this time to time, brother. Congratulations, first with your son, your new son. I mean, you have children, and then with the new addition into your life with your lady, man. I'm proud of you and congratulations there. I won't make it too weird there because I don't make no jokes about that at
And you
all.
better.
And then with me, like Vic said, I had lost some weight. I had two situations because, like I said, I have this two hips that both the cartilage is totally gone. So I have to get a hip replacement in both. So I had to lose weight because of that and diabetes number two. I'm very transparent, you know what I'm saying? But then there was some stresses that I brought on in my life that I let get away from me. And that was, where it hit the tip of the iceberg is when I went to see my doctor, and he was like, "Oh, you're not well." And I told him it was stress, but he had to go through every procedure and running, and every test came back great. So it was stress. So back to, getting back on, thank you, brother, getting back on track with that. And I'll tell you, I'm not in a relationship. I can say a little situationship. I'll go with that. That's as best as I'll go with that. Very interesting at this stage. Never been in this particular point where I lost a wife after so many years of being in a relationship, raising grown kids, and then dealing with somebody that's much younger in that situationship. Very interesting. So I'll just leave it there. But other than that, hey, just doing what needs to be done out there. So that's it. Why you give me that look like that?
Everybody's glowing. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start off by saying I want to rock right now. I'm Raw Bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone because I get stupid. I mean, outrageous. Stay away from me if you're contagious, because I'm the man I know, not a loser. The BNMC is what I choose. Ladies love me, girls adore me. I mean, even the ones who never told me, like the way that I rhyme made a show. The reason why, man, I don't know. So let's go, guys.
Can I say
Great job.
Rest in peace. Go ahead, Victor.
can
Yeah,
I
I'm
say
not gonna. Those was bars.
those
Can I?
those might have been bars, but I want to talk about a bar. So
Oh,
I'm gonna just say this. So let's just address the elephant in the room.
okay.
We're just gonna start from there. All
Oh
right.
Lord.
I was watching the video, right?
Yeah.
That kind of disturbed me that happened in Florence, South Carolina, right? And there was a certain shot that I saw of somebody who looked like I might have recognized them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, well, damn, there's two sides to every story, but sometimes it's almost good to get, you know what I'm saying, an outside perspective of a video. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can, I don't want to, go any more further with the details, but does anybody on this panel kind of have a clue what I'm talking about?
I think I do. I
Yes.
think I do.
But you
Yes.
cut me off my bars
Yeah, you did. We got to go back to that and then come forward.
because there's a reason why I did that.
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
Mhm.
okay. Rest in peace to Raw Bass.
Correct.
Brother Fatine, and we're gonna jump right back into what you're talking about, Victor. But rest in peace to Raw Bass. Brother Fatine had a live podcast show on WBLS radio station this morning, and one of your guests was Dougie Fresh,
Yes.
Whoa.
and yeah, and you all was talking about the life of Raw Bass. So I just
Yes.
wanted to, because that's one of my favorite songs. That verse, like I love that first verse. I know it all, as you heard. But yes, rest in peace to Raw Bass. I didn't know if Fatine wanted to say just a little
Yeah.
bit on that, and then we get into what Victor talking about.
Real quick, and it's interesting because a lot of times we don't give people their flowers while they're living, and for us on the radio side this morning, I had to acknowledge that I never gave Rob Bass, or my show gave Rob Bass, his flowers this morning, and it's so ironic that we talked about his passing. His passing happened at the beginning of the Memorial Day weekend. So we memorialized Rob Bass on the radio this morning. But at the same time, and let me just say, Rob Bass was born Robert Ginyard. He passed away this past Friday at the age of 59 years after a private battle with cancer. And as you heard Veronica do those bars, it was from his party party changing, radio changing, cookout changing song, It Takes Two.
Mhm.
And that song back in 1988, alongside DJ Easy Rock, Rob Bass exploded onto the scene with a sound that was so infectious, high energy, positive, and impossible to sit to. And one of the things that we talked about this morning, and we gave Dougie Fresh, and my other two guests was Cool DJ Red Alert. If anybody knows, he was DJ. He's been DJing for 50 years as of this year. Been on the radio 43 years, DJing in New York and across this country. And we also had the creator of Video Music Box, Ralph McDaniels, also celebrating 43 years of Video Music Box. And we both talked about Rob Bass and the impact of Rob Bass, but we also get Fresh his flowers. And one of the things that came out of this conversation this morning is that the music was clean. It was clean. It was fun. So even though it passed from generation onto generation onto generation, it was music that you never had to cringe, to thought to turn it down if Granny or Nana was in the room or whatever. So we just to pay that acknowledgement to the brother. Another song that he did, Joy and Pain, and Get on the Dance Floor. So yes, Rob Bass will be missed. And thank you, Veronica, for bringing that up. And I just wanted to, offer our condolences to the Ginyard family and their friends and their supporters there of the late Rob Bass, passed away again this Friday at the age of 59.
Yes.
There you go. Now, to get on to what Victor said. So, when was this? This was this Mother's Day weekend? No, it wasn't. It was a birthday. Okay, so it was a birthday weekend.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, was it?
It was about 3 weeks
before.
ago. Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, before Mother's Day. It was a birthday celebration in my family, and we was out celebrating my cousin Yanni's birthday, which y'all know her mother, Patricia Pat Adams. Y'all know my cousin Pat, and y'all met Yanni. Yanni's come to our parties as well. So we was out for her birthday celebration at the restaurant Percy and Willie's here in South Carolina.
What day?
Percy and Willie's.
Y'all was there on a Sunday, right?
It was a Sunday.
Okay.
It was a Sunday. So for me, on this Sunday, as I'm driving in, the person that got into this altercation, it didn't get physical, came close to it. That person, I didn't know him. I don't know this brother. I didn't know the brother Benji. He's a critic, been a critic. That's his name on Facebook, Benji. I don't know the brother. But when I drove into the parking lot, because I saw him and I saw his lady. If I speak, we talked about this on the show. If I speak to a woman, I'm going to speak to the guy with them. She was coming towards my car first, so I nodded and just spoke. And Benji was coming next, and I spoke. He has his hairstyle, his shades on. I don't know the brother, but we all were waiting. He was in good spirits. We all were in good spirits. So we all sitting down in the restaurant. When this situation, as you saw, started online, you saw where Benji and two white gentlemen got into a conversation. For me, it was about 15 feet away from me, if that far. I'm sitting down, up on you got to go up like two stairs. Two stairs is nothing big. And Benji and them are having this conversation. My family doesn't realize it at first, but I do. So I bring it to my cousin. I'll mention her name, Julie, because if she had to back me up, she will. I say, yo, cuz, something's going on between Benji and one of the managers. It started to escalate. I turned to my cousin and I was like, I can't let them jump on this brother. The optics don't look good. Black man, two white gentlemen that I assume were the managers of the store, which it worked out to be the managers of the store. Then other workers came. My cousin put her hand on my leg and was like, You got two bad hips. Where are you going? I was like, I can't let them put their hand on him, but I'll sit still. I'm always carrying. I have my weapon on. That's not in my head to thinking about utilizing that. No, but I'm conscious that I am a licensed weapon carrier, and anything that I do, I have to be conscious and responsible for that. So as I'm watching this, it starts to escalate. And as Victor said, there's a shot. Whoever videotaped it, I'm sitting up there. I got the Cincinnati red shirt and that red hat. You can see there. So yeah, there you go. So I'm sitting there and I'm seeing this escalate. And it's escalating. They wanted to talk with Brother Benji at the front of the store. A lot of y'all have seen the video. Benji like, for what? This, that, and other. And then they get into the conversation about him filming. He was like, and some of y'all saw it. He basically said, if y'all didn't want me to film, I would have cut my camera off. This, that, and other. Anyway, it escalated and they wanted him to leave the store. He gets into a heated conversation with them as they're moving to the front of the store. As they move into the front of the store, I remain seated. A couple of my female cousins got up and kind of followed the crowd. When Benji got outside, that's when I lost scene of anything. While he was in the store, I did see one time where the manager front, like his chest, stomach area, did brush up against Brother Benji. Yes, it did. I did see that. Did Brother Benji push him back or anything of that? Did Benji put his hands on his face? No. When one of the managers was on the phone, and I can hear this is how close I'm saying, he said, oh, Benji, he said he assaulted. I was just assaulted. That was a lie. Physically assaulted. Now, if he's talking about in his face and maybe saliva from his mouth went on him, if that's what he feels like an assault, that's different. But Benji did not touch this man, threaten this man, but he told them, and you could hear on the video, don't put your hands on me. Do not put your hands on me. So I didn't see anything besides that brush that first time. When Benji gets outside, police are called. I lost track of that. And that's all I know. Didn't think about it till I'm starting to get calls the next morning. Fatin, was you at Percy and Willie's that night? Yesterday afternoon, this is all over the internet. I didn't know the brother was a food critic and goes out there and this, that, and other. That's my take on what I was involved in and what I saw. Now, if you have any questions, you can throw them out to me.
So I have a few for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So can I play prosecuting attorney?
Yes, sir, brother. Anything you want to ask, you're more than welcome, brother.
All right. So first question is, did you see Benji's video, food critic video, after everything went down, what he posted?
Yes, I did.
Did Benji edit the video skewing it more to his side? Or was basically what I'm asking you is, was Benji's video 100% the truth, or did he leave any parts out? From your perspective.
From my perspective, that's a conversation going on. So I cannot 100% say that he edited that video. I was told, and me and one of our former podcast guests on our show got into it about this and said that he did edit that video. The reason why I say that, I can't tell you, because this is a moving conversation back and forth as they're moving. I'm just trying to show you. As it's moving, and it's behind me, and it's coming behind me. So as it's coming and it's back and forth, I cannot give you every second or every minute of what was said and how it was said. So I can't sit there and say it.
But from your perspective, did Benji...
I believe some of it was edited, yes.
No, I know it was edited, but what I'm saying is, from your perspective, did Benji edit the video to favor him, or is the video pretty much exactly what happened?
The video, he edited the video to take out maybe some things that he may have said that may have not made him look good in some people's life.
All right. Moving forward, did you see? So if you and Benji pretty much was in the waiting area at the same time, right?
Yes. We were in the waiting area about the same time, but I happened to be standing outside. I was on the phone with my friend Tony. So I was more outside right in front of the vestibule, but between him coming outside and then going back inside, I could see him along with my family sitting down.
So did you see where the waitress said, because it's you, we're going to seat you now, even though there was a hour or so wait? Did he jump line and got his own service?
So he did have a conversation with one of the waitresses. One of the waitresses, I believe the one that I saw him conversating was a Black female. No, he did not jump that line like that, because when he was walking, my family was there and we all got seated around the same time. So he did not get jumped.
So that's a lie.
No. Yeah, about him being jumped. Now, did they come to him and say, because it's you, we're going to seat you now? We also got seated right behind him. So as he was being taken to his seat, we were being taken to the seat. And as I told you, when I was driving into the parking lot, he and his lady were walking in the parking lot. They had parked and they were walking there. And my cousins, a few of my cousins was already sitting, waiting. So when he got seated, we also got seated. So I can't see how he was jumped over so many people. That's why I said I don't see him being jumped.
Wait a minute. So your party was there,
yes,
before him, and y'all all got seated at the same time.
Around the same time. So he got seated a little before me.
So if he got seated before you, so then they did give him special privileges.
They might have. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if she said that when you put in there. Did she say that? I don't know if that was said, but he was seated before us. But we all got up out of the vestibule part. He was talking to the young lady. I'm behind him, not direct behind him, but I'm behind him. So when he got seated, the next waitress came over and took my family and including myself to our seats.
So you did see the video, right?
Yeah.
You did see the girl say that because it's you, you're going to get your own server. But you didn't. You saw.
I didn't hear that. I saw him talking to the person.
What I'm saying is, you saw that on the video.
Mm-hmm. I saw that on the video, but I also saw.
So moving forward, if your party was there before he walked in and he was seated before you, it would imply maybe that he got special treatment over everybody else.
He might have, yeah. He might have got a little special treatment, but the reason why I'm very careful with that, because he's a party of 2 and we are a party of 12, about 12. So you got to realize you also get seated when the tables become available as well.
Okay. Veronica?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't have any questions.
Oh, okay. Well, let me press forward then.
Go ahead.
So initially, let me just say this. Initially, I love Tawan. I really do. I love Tawan like I would love a first, second, third cousin. Great person. Tawan posted a video. Tawan posted a status and she said something. I won't go in. If anybody wants to see it, you go to Tawan Manning Pierce page and you can see what she posted. She posted the status, right? And then somebody was explaining in their aspect what happened. And I'm pretty sure they could not explain it like Fatim is explaining it, because I'm pretty sure. And a whole conversation started. And initially I said there was no way I could stand next to Benji knowing what I somewhat know about him. And I've been around him in public spaces. Not to say that he's arrogant or whatever, but Benji somewhat is a distraction. Let me just say that. Anybody with a camera is a distraction in a whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when I watched that video, it brought tears to my eyes, because the only thing I saw was, even though Benji's way younger than me, and I'm not calling him a child, but I saw a kid standing up for something he believed in. And regardless of, what I think he did, I had to eat those words I said initially under Tawan's page. So I want to publicly say I retract my initial statement that I wouldn't stand next to him or would ride for the fight that they're currently doing with the boycotting the Purses and Willies. But yeah, I just want to say that I want to retract the statement publicly.
So one of the things that happened is me and our good sister Destiny, that has been, on our show, we've had opinions and different opinions about this. And she had put on there, I hadn't saw the whole statement at first when she pointed on that she was going back to Percy and Willie's to basically support those, that the workers there, because she didn't believe the boycott. She didn't believe that racism was involved in this, that, and the other. So at first, as I was talking to her that day, just light talk, she was like, "Oh, I'm going back." Oh, I was like, "I was going to go back with you." But then I said, "Oh, I can't just walk back in there like that, because the optics of who I am and what I do gives a different impression. Because if you don't know, I have my own radio talk show in New York. I also stand up for a lot of issues that affect us from a racial point of view. And I also work alongside Reverend Al Sharpton, Attorney Ben Crump, and all of the civil rights activists out there. So for me to just walk back in there where there's back and forth about a potential boycott, there's that Percy and Willie's have had racial incidents before. I don't know that. So to put myself in just the optics doesn't look good. So I had to pull back from going there because I hadn't spoke with Benji. I reached out to him, and I don't know him. So I reached out to Buddha Rat, Uncle Buddha, as they call him. And he had just got off the phone with him that day. And he had called him back trying to connect us, and the connection didn't connect. I'll say why I called him, because I was just going to introduce myself to Benji and let him know that I was there. And if I needed to be called as a witness, I'm there if that is need be. But what I said here today is basically, it's the same thing I would say there. I gave you all the best way that I could give it to y'all. There, was it a racial incident? I can't sit there and say it was a racial incident. If Benji would have been white, if they would have responded to him differently, I don't know. All I can say, from now, not knowing Benji, but looking back at some of his past reviews, Benji could be a little rough around the edges, but he does a lot of the things for what? Clicks, likes, and shares. That's how he makes whatever his bottom line is his bottom line there. So for me to get in there and say that these owners knew or this, that, and other, I can't go in there, because now I'm putting my opinion and I'm speculating, and that's not fair in this situation, especially a hot button incident when race is interjected in there. That can take it so many different ways.
So I'm gonna ask you this:
Yes, sir.
And I know you said that your cousin stopped you.
Yes, she put her hand on my leg in the sense of me getting up at that moment, because I was just going to get up and just kind of move in that vicinity. And she just said, "You got two bad hips." So I said to her, "I get that, but if they put their hands on him, I have no other recourse to get up."
So let's just play devil's advocate for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And not trying to put you in a bad spot, but
okay,
do you think if you didn't have your medical condition with your hip,
mm-hmm.
I think you would have made the situation worse? Honestly, knowing, because I kind of baited that situation between you and Destiny because I really don't think Destiny knows you the way I think I know you. So I kind of baited that a little bit because I'm like, Destiny, no, Fatima ain't going. But we can talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that I think I know, you know what I'm saying, the bro Fatim Muhammad that I think I know. If your hips would have allowed you to be, let's just say 75% mobile, do you think you would have made the situation worse if you would have stood up?
I could have made it worse. I could have.
Because we've had conversations. And I will say this, when me and you were together at Creekside a couple months ago, I watched you and I was like, he hurt me. And then you said something to me, and I didn't even post the picture that we took together because you were standing a certain kind of way. And I was like, I don't want to do that. So I'm glad you did say that. But I will say, I also agree with you. I do think if your hips would allow you to get up, I think you would have made it.
I would have made it worse. I'm a big 6'3" black man, and and I can be aggressive in situations like this. And as they moved and they were surrounding him, and it was more of them around him, I would have definitely made sure that he would have saw me to make sure, and I would have definitely interjected myself to make sure of his word. Don't touch me. If he's moving to leave, back up off of him. Let him walk out. He don't need y'all to help carry him out, which they didn't. But yes, that could have gotten the situation worse. It could have.
Well, that's just like Marvin said in the comments. Yeah, that could have made it worse, and especially with you carrying.
Yeah, that's why I said I got to think. At the end of the day, I am, I got my weapon on me, and and my cousin said to me, she said, but she just reassured because she knows I pretty much carry all the time. But sometimes I may leave it in my car. But she asked me, "You got your?" I said, "Of course, I got it on."
So was the N word used?
I didn't hear the N word used.
Okay. I'm sorry, Veronica. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to read another comment. So Tracy says, did you see any other guests also trying to intervene or leave due to what happened?
Did I see any other guests leave? Or what do you mean? Like
Did
leave the
they
place?
try to intervene, or did any of them try to leave because of what was going on?
No, I see other people, other guests had concerns. Two of my female cousins got up and they they got up and moved closer to the door as Benji and the rest of the people involved, they were moving towards the door. But no, other people just showed their concern, stopped what they were doing. And you got to realize a lot of things is happening at this time, but it was more people that got involved and did get up. Some workers and other people did get up. I can't tell you exactly who was who, but the number grew from the initial conversation between the two managers and Benji, from where it initially started to him going out the door. The size of that crowd grew. So more people did get up. Could have been more workers or whatever, but more people did get up that you saw was leaving. And I think that if those that were concerned with Benji, they just wanted to make sure that they didn't touch to him or this escalated into something where it got physical.
All right. Any more questions, Victor?
So my last question, do you regret anything about that whole situation from you?
Hindsight, no. But this is a tough one. That's a good question, Vic. The reason why I say that, because I do regret that I was hurting that my with my hips, but I don't like to use my hips because if somebody attacks somebody that I'm with, hips or no hips, I'm going to get involved. only thing that I kind of regretted that I didn't get up and kind of move a little closer to make sure that he knew that he had another ally in there. That's the only thing that I regret.
But I know
I,
you would have made it worse.
Yeah, right. You asked me, and I asked, so you asked me, did I regret? But now, hindsight, at that moment of thinking, if my hips, I would have gotten up. So, do I regret it? I have to look at this from the perspective that I just felt like what I stand for and what I represent and who I am. I regret that I wasn't. Let me just put it like that. I regret that I wasn't able to get up. Now, looking back at it, maybe it was the best situation that I wasn't able to get up. But that's how I put it like that.
Because the Fatim I know takes the Malcolm approach.
Yes.
This time you had to take the Martin
approach. Yes, sir.
Good.
I'm learning. My daughter showing me that.
And Victor was totally correct on the Destiny thing. Destiny just didn't understand, and I still don't think she understands she doesn't, and she can come on or whatever. She doesn't understand the impact, because I asked her some questions, and she's not here to defend herself, so I'll be careful how deep. But I asked her about racism, and she said she hadn't experienced racism till later into more of her late teens or early adult life. And, she don't understand what I do. And I don't think in depth, she don't understand that, everything is not just about race. That's because black and white is involved. But I don't think she understands the in-depth of what I do, and understand the in-depth of the pain that people like us, black folks, and I know Victor, you, Veronica, and myself, we have white folks that are friends of ours and we're cool with, and that's cool. And I treat people the way they want to be treated. But I also understand and do not back up of the racial climate and the racial element in this country, and how delicate a situation and a conversation of dealing with that kind of issue there.
All right, so let's move on from this topic. Are y'all good with that?
I hope everybody good. Any questions out there in the comments? Anybody, because I appreciate Marvin Tony reaching out to me and asking, was that me in the video? And I responded right away.
He was just being nosy.
Well, I'm there. My friend reached out to me 6:30 in the morning. Fatim, you was that person, Willis. Why you didn't mention this? I didn't think about mentioning it because I didn't know who Benji was, even, after the incident. We went on about our birthday thing. So we just went on about our business, so that. Right. A lot of people, let me just say this one thing. A lot of people say that us that were black folks, that once we saw this, that we should have got up and left. That comes down to each and everybody's individual decision. My hips had nothing to do with me getting up and leaving. I did not hear the N-word. If I would have heard the N-word coming from one of the workers or the managers, then that would have been an element that, hey, I don't need to invest or put my dollars here, into this situation. But I just looked at the situation at that particular moment. I just didn't think it caused us to get up and just pick up and leave. That's just my opinion.
Oh, thank you, Fatim. I was laughing at Jill.
What did they say?
Jill said, Lord Vic had a whole closet full of clothes.
Listen, there's so many clothes in here.
Yeah. All right. So, Vic, let's move on to what you wanted to talk about as well. Another topic, and this is a juicy topic that this may happen a few months ago, maybe. Apparently, Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson, NBA star, officially split after dating for almost a year now. Megan posted a message on social media about trust and respect being non-negotiable in relationships. And Klay hasn't publicly confirmed cheating allegations. But what do you all feel about that? Because I actually have a question to go on with this topic. But how do y'all feel about this whole thing?
Team.
You go, Vic, because I don't know enough about it, so I need to hear a little bit more from you.
So I'm gonna say this: Meg was never the prize. I think she let her status as a entertainer outweigh the fact that she's a garden tool. And the fact, and I'm trying to be real nice here, because what you do privately, you can always kind of clean up or deny. She's been public with a lot of people. You cannot continuously do that. I honestly think she thought Clay was a sucker. I really think that she thought that Clay couldn't get somebody like her. But this guy's a 4-time NBA champion. This guy has a sneaker deal. This guy is a big deal. You sitting here making this man some half-season meatloaf on TikTok and all this other stuff. While you was making these videos, you should have been focusing on that man. That, in my opinion. Clay didn't want to be public, in my opinion. Clay wanted somebody who he could chill with, relax with. He was dating you, and you made him public. So now he's got to deal with it. I got to spare your feelings so I don't look a certain type of way. But you kept embarrassing this man publicly. You got all drunk up at this what, the little black tie SP's event, and she all doing this, and he just sitting there. Clay's always been the quiet guy that performs on the court. The man like to ride boats. The man likes to do this. This man has exuberant amounts of money. You can't come in here being loud and all this stuff thinking you running something with a man like that. Play your position. If that's what you, if Clay is what you want, you got to understand you got to play your position. You got to play your position. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay, I'm going to jump in here. So when you say Clay didn't want to be public, okay, for one, he's in a relationship with a public figure, which is Megan Thee Stallion. Everywhere she go, a camera is around. So what do you mean he didn't want to be public? He knew what he was getting into. Now, I love some Klay Thompson. Yeah. Golden State Warriors, hey, that's my team. I know he don't play for them no more. I'm just saying. That's when I started, knowing about Klay Thompson or whatever. He knew what he was getting into. Megan Thee Stallion. So for you to say that he didn't want to be public.
So let's say, Veronica, me and you have been places and went in and out of places, and we ain't never did nothing, but people can't put us together. The same thing, if I go on a date with a woman, people could take all the pictures they want until we confirm what the sources are saying. It's just allegations. Regardless if we have dinner together, hey girl, go ahead and walk out before I walk out. You know what I'm saying? So what? We sitting at the table together. So what? You don't know what we talking about, but until you confirm it, that's when it turns into something else. I truly believe that Clay, just my opinion, I truly believe that Clay did not want to go public. She did. I got me somebody that's going to do this for me, not knowing that you should have took your time and got to know Clay before you jumped out there with Clay.
Well, I mean, we really don't know the details of that relationship. We don't know if they was, secluded at first and then they jumped out for the public to see. We don't know. Who said that Clay didn't want to? I mean, I know that's your opinion. You just assuming that he didn't because he is quiet. Just like Steph Curry, he's, you would think that he is very quiet. But once again, this is Megan Thee Stallion, you making a video with her, you know she be posting stuff on social media, blah blah blah. If he didn't want to be in public with her, if he didn't want her posting these videos and all this stuff, I'm pretty sure he would have said something to her and she wouldn't have done it. If she would have posted stuff without him wanting to be, then that's another story.
So
but I don't believe that he didn't want to be in those videos and stuff.
We've all made videos with someone and everybody didn't see it. Whether we just playing, we riding in the car, all of that. There's certain moments organically that we have with other people of the opposite sex that we've taken. But why post it? I mean, everybody ain't got to know every single moment. If you cooking me a meal, why everybody got to know you making me some dry ass meatloaf?
Why got me dry?
Why? Like, you don't have to know that. You don't have to post these moves. Oh, I'm making Clay some lunch because he playing this. Listen, that's cool. What are you doing this for? I'd rather you just make me this and I go on about my business than you jumping on TikTok making a cooking show. Like, what is you really doing? I don't want to go too far because the team ain't say nothing, but you know.
And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let Fatine jump in. That's different, though. We're talking about multi-million-dollar people that stay on social media, people that is always in the flashing lights, and of course, me personally, because I know I'm a very personal person. Like, you're not going to know all my business. I mean, the content that I share the content that I want you all to see. But I'm not going to post all this content, every move, who I'm talking to, what I'm doing, where I'm at today. No, I'm not going to post. I'm going to post what I want you to see. But we're talking about celebrities here that's always posting about where they're at, what they're doing, who they're with, what they're cooking for today. You know, that's what they do. I don't
not
think
all of them.
To. Well, I mean, not all of them. You're right, not all of them, but yeah. Fatine, your thoughts?
Well, one of the things, this is interesting because Megan, both of them are quote unquote public figures, but you can be in the public's eye and still be a private person. You understand?
Yeah.
So, for instance, in this arena, Victor, I'm gonna use Victor as an example, is that Victor's a public person from doing this podcast, but Victor is a private. A lot of people don't know how Victor moves unless he allows that into who he wants. So both of these individuals, Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion talked about affection, and I go back to years ago, I didn't show that affection to one of my girlfriends. She wanted to walk around and hold hands and this, that, and the other. That's a difference of opinion. The problem I had, and I'm going to go in on Megan, and she says she's going to be dropping the Stallion, so I'll just deal with calling her Megan. When you throw out accusations, you better bring the receipts. You accuse this man of cheating. Where's your receipts? Because now you threw out these allegations. You just said that, Victor. She threw out these allegations. And that's very infidelity, because she came behind that and talked about infidelity and monogamous and this, that, and the other. So basically, she's accusing him of cheating with somebody, another female, that he can't be monogamous. So now here's a man who's always been pretty much a private person. He's been consistent. He still doesn't respond to her in the public because he's not that person. So for Megan to go and do that, she wanted a reaction, either she was hurt or she wanted a reaction or whatever. But for her to go and do that, I think that was disrespectful. And to me, she owes that man an apology. Now, if Klay, on the other hand, you cheated on this woman, or you're not into her the way that she feels that you should be into her, then break it off, bro. Just break it off. Because if y'all are two different individuals trying to come together and it's not working, then walk away from this. But at the end of the day, you got to be careful of throwing out those allegations. And she threw out those allegations with no receipts.
And you know what? That's going to go right into what I'm getting ready to ask. Now, nobody has confirmed whether cheating actually happened between Megan and Clay, right? That's what we just said. But it does bring up a good question. Mm-hmm. Can cheating rumors ruin a relationship even if they aren't true?
They can, depend on the individuals.
You know, I tell you this, and this is real. I could be with my woman 24/7, 365 and all that. And Fatim could say, hey, man, I saw your woman with another man the other day. It was all hug up. And Fatim could be dead lying. But you know what I'll do? I would chastise and question her to the damn teeth. Not, and Fatim could just be, you know, trying to start something. Like, I really think, I'm gonna just say this: it's possible. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's very.
I feel that it's possible as well, because then you're gonna start all these things in your mind gonna start playing. Oh, do I trust him or her? The public opinion is gonna come. You know, like, who else know about this? Since blah blah blah. No, like, who else know about this? Embarrassment going to take into consideration. Like, all this stuff is going to be playing in your head, even though you want to trust that woman or that man. But at the same time, if somebody brings something to you, that's going to have your mind wondering. So I believe that cheating rumors can ruin a relationship. If you don't have that strong bond with your significant other, and if you, hopefully you're not one of those people that believe everything you hear. That's why you have to have that strong bond between you and your significant other, because some people actually try to break up people just to be messy, but some people actually have receipts of what really went on with their significant other. So yeah, I do believe that cheating rumors can ruin a relationship.
Yeah.
What did you say, Fatim?
I agree. I think cheating rumors can ruin a relationship. And I said it depends on what your bond is. It comes down to trust. See, you can love someone, but if you don't trust someone, that relationship is not going to work. You understand? The sex could be good, but if you don't trust that person, yeah, for the moment you in there. But as soon as that person gets up and walk out that door, and your mind is what they're doing, who they're doing this and whatever. And then when rumors come out. So that's why trust is so important of a relationship and understanding who your person is. That's why I always, and Victor knows, sometimes I said, I'd rather be straightforward with, I flirted with that female or this, that, and other. I'd rather be honest. So when something comes back and I tell my woman, yo, babe, that's just not me. She got my back because she knows that I'm going to be real. She know I'm going to be real. And if I'm real, then that means she can trust me and I can trust her. That means we can tell everybody the good, but we can also tell them the things that may not always be so good at times. That's where trust is built, and that's where trust lies. But if you got insecurities, that's why I've said before, and we've said, if you've had trust issues from past relationships and go into another relationship and you have not healed, and you bring that insecurity into that relationship, most likely that's not going to work, because soon as something comes out there and trust is put on the table, you're going to play all that back that was in the past and put that on the person that honestly don't deserve of what you went through in the past. So you got to heal. That's why people need to know themselves before they even, how the hell you going to know somebody else and you don't know your own damn self?
Right. You still bringing things over from your past relationship 3 years ago, and you expect to trust this person that you getting ready to get involved with? No, you're right. Heal first before you move on.
There you go.
So I got a question. So let's May 24th, 2026. We're gonna clean this. We're gonna clear slate. Before, I just want to ask this question, and if you said something before, you can backtrack. I know my answer. When do y'all start trusting people?
Mm. Mm.
It doesn't have to be time. It could be an action. I don't know. I'm just asking.
And I've said this before. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt when I meet them. I'm looking for little things. I'm listening to things that you're saying. I'm watching things that you do. You know, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt before I say, mm-mm, I don't trust that person. And that goes for men or female. But if you talk about relationships, yes, I'm looking for little things, but I'm not gonna just jump. This is me now. This ain't me back in the day. This is me. This is growth. This is growth, Veronica talking. I'm not gonna just say I don't trust someone first. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Not saying that am I 100% trusting them? No, but I'm not going into it saying I'm not trusting them until they show me that they can be trusted. Because I'm not going by what happened in my past with my past relationships or who I've been dealing with in the past. I'm not going into a new relationship thinking about what this other person did to me in the past. So that's growth for me. So I'm going in it in a clean slate or however you say it. So that's my answer.
I had to think about that. So as you was talking, I had to think about that. Victor, I'm gonna give it to you this way. If you have to break it down with me, then break it down. I trust you until you break that trust. I give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Give you the benefit of the doubt, but I trust you until you break that trust. And then if that trust is broken, then there's not only a conversation, the whole situation is looked at to see if, even though you broke that trust, can I continue on in the same manner of this relationship and trust you again? If I can't trust you again, then the relationship is broken and it's done. That don't mean I will try to continue on. But then knowing in my head that I can't trust you, then I become more questionable and I tend to look for more things. And then I know at this stage, like Veronica saying, at this stage, I know that's not healthy. So that's my answer. Until you break, I give you the benefit of the doubt. So you got to earn my trust. You still got to earn my trust.
Yeah.
My answer is until you break that trust, you pretty much get the benefit of the doubt.
So I'm about to grill Veronica in a little bit, but
I know you are. I know you are.
to answer my question, I don't trust nobody, and I don't trust nobody. I don't. I just don't. You're gonna do what you do. If you do whatever I ask you to do, I'm appreciative of it. But I don't trust a damn soul. I don't trust nobody. When I say trust, I trust you to be who you are. But when you tell me something or I ask you something, it all lies on if it's believable or not. If there's an allegation, there's a reason why there's an allegation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody was to come up to me and say, man, Fatim went out here and kicked a bunch of kids at Timrod Park, you know, I'm like, that don't even sound right. That don't even sound right. But if somebody was to say, Fatim went out here and, you know, was talking to a bunch of women at Timrod Park, then maybe that's a little bit more believable, in a sense. You get what I'm saying? So, Veronica, you said that you said that you go into a situation and I'm trying to word it exactly how you said it. You said you go into a situation, and not to say that you 100% trust people, but you say you go into a situation and, well, I'm trying to give me the 100% words of what you said.
I'm not going to go in not trusting someone. I'm going to go in giving them the benefit of the doubt that
So, and that's the thing. If you go in giving them the benefit of the doubt, but previously that didn't work, why keep doing it?
because that's just me. That's my heart. Like I feel like everybody deserves a first chance. I don't think I feel like I shouldn't. That person don't deserve for me to go in being like, oh no, I don't trust him. Like no. Oh, he said he's gonna do this. No, where you going? Like what? No, I just feel like that person don't deserve the punishment just because of what that last man did. If that makes sense.
It does, and I see your stance. But what I'm saying is
To
how you view things. I just want a better understanding on how you look at things. I wish I had that look on life. I wish I did. I wish I can give people the benefit of the doubt, but I think me being hurt as many times that I have been hurt based on, I ain't even talking about relationships. I'm just talking about just regular stuff. Just hey, asking my neighbor to take my trash to the curb and he don't do it. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's like, well, damn, bro, I can't even go away without and trust you to come across the street to take. That's little things like that just shows me that I can't give people the benefit of the doubt, even though I would want to, because every time somebody does something just so minute for me, I am very appreciative of it.
mm-hmm.
But sometimes you just can't ask people, especially when you depending on somebody to do something for you. It's just so hard. It's just a hard feeling knowing that somebody can just not do something that you asked them to do. Like, don't cheat on me. Mm-hmm. Just be there. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just listen to me when I'm speaking to you. To me, those are simple tasks. But people will go to the extreme and go other places just to, whatever.
As I'm listening to this, I think about this whole thing about trusting and how certain things that I've done to break somebody's trust, but they didn't find out. But then when it's returned back to me, how I would feel. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, yo, don't play with people, man. That's why I try to deal with honesty, Vic and Veronica. I try to be straightforward because it is not a good feeling, especially in relationships where you supposed to be one-on-one and then your partner cheats on you, bro. That knocks the hole in your stomach. That's why when you have had trust issues and you've been that gut punch that you felt before that caused you not to eat, to lose sleep, can't focus on your job, can't focus doing this, that, and the other. That's why some people don't get back in relationships because it was so damaging before that it leaves a scar that is sometimes people don't know how to heal. And if you sometimes don't get, even if sometimes people don't get, let me finish the statement. Sometimes people don't get professional help. But those that even get professional help, when you begin to trust again and they hurt you, wow. That's why a lot of people, and I'll say this, and I got to be careful with broad brushing men, but a lot of us men don't deal good being hurt. We just don't deal with it at all. Well, and that's why a lot of us don't want to make strong commitments. A lot of times, that's why we keep our guard up. I'm going to keep me one in the hole because I got one here, but I'm going to keep me one in the hole. Just in case this one acts up, I got another one. I mean, they had a record about that before.
And see, and I asked a guy this once before. I was like, so because he was telling me the story about how he'd been hurt in the past and blah 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 blah. So I asked him. I was like, so if you know that you've been hurt not only once, but you've been hurt multiple times, in past relationships, then why would you want to hurt the person that you're with?
Because we don't look
Like
at it from
how it feels, so why would you want to?
Because we don't look at it from that perspective. We look at it from the perspective of getting our cake and eating it too, and getting away with it. And that's how we look at it. It's from our perspective. We know what it feels like. We know what it feels like. But the bottom line is, you know what? It makes me feel good. If I don't get caught, so be it. And that's why a lot of us do it. Then on the other end, some don't give a damn. They just who they are. And they can't make that commitment, even though they say they make that commitment. Because you know why? Because the only way that you're going to be with them is you got to tell them the lie to keep what you want.
So V, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I look at it like this. It takes effort to cheat. You got to want to cheat. There's like somebody who's lazy, they ain't got the energy, nor the time, nor the patience, or none of that to do it. In order to cheat, you have to put forth some effort. So the smallest amount of effort to cheat, that means you wanted to do it, bro.
Let me ask you this, Victor, because you said that. Is the effort, I look at what you're saying, but I look at the effort on the part of not getting caught. Meaning that I've cheated before. I'm being honest with it. But the effort that I had to go in to doing what I had to do, I ain't gonna give no details now. But the effort of not getting caught and I'm talking about when you go out there physically, have sex with somebody else and don't want to bring nothing home. It ain't just about strapping it up and putting a condom on. It's a lot of other things that go on with that you don't want to do that. So if you're lazy, you're right, Victor. But if you don't give a damn of getting caught, I don't see where it's a lot of effort to cheat.
Let's back up.
Okay.
I still got to meet you. Let's back up to the beginning. I have to form a bond. Like, I ain't gonna just fall into that. Like, bro, it takes effort to meet someone, to be appealing to someone, to form a relationship in order for us to even get that far. I'm talking about, let's back up to the beginning. In order for me to even cheat, I have to be in a position that I'm away from my old lady for us to even coincide together. Let's start there. I shouldn't even be doing that shit anyway. That's why when people see me now, unless I'm at work, me and my girl together, I don't go nowhere without her. Because for what?
Lifestyle, Victor. I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at you, and I'm sitting there thinking of your lifestyle. Yeah, it's effort. My lifestyle, bro, I'm in the media. I'm public. I'm on the radio. I'm known. People hear my voice. People see my picture. I Uber. You think it's effort for me? People are telling me now I should do a podcast on the kind of conversations that I have in my car with just my drivers. I'm different. It's very easy for me to meet people. Very easy, simple. It's a snap. It ain't hard for me to cheat, bro. It's just not.
Well, so if you're looking at it from that aspect, I can counter it because I'm playing armchair quarterback. All right.
Okay.
I'm just.
But that's not an excuse, though.
It's not an excuse. So, excuse me, I'm saying this. Regardless, if I was a porn producer, or not porn producer, I say I was a porn filmmaker, and you got women and men screwing all on
The set.
the bed or whatever, and I'm filming it. It still takes effort for me to engage in this activity instead of just taking my butt home. It still takes effort. That's what I'm saying. This is a conscious decision that you made. It's not like, oh, well, I accidentally, fell up in this. No, it takes effort. This is a conscious decision. And what I'm saying is sometimes you put yourself in positions that you shouldn't be in. And I've said this to women who claim they've been in. I don't want to go too far into it, but I've said this to women, like, the signs were there. But you know what you did? You ignored that shit because you thought you was the one, or you thought the shit wouldn't happen to you. And then when it happens, then all of a sudden now you want to play victim. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. You encouraged it. You played. Huh?
I'm not gonna say we encourage it.
So
I am the victim because I'm the one that got cheated on.
So
Yeah,
let me
I
say,
am.
if we get in a relationship and I'm constantly every third Thursday, I'm telling you, I'm hanging out with my boy over here, and you cool with it. You cool with it. You don't think nothing of it. You giving me this space. Everybody can't get that type of space because,
You're right. Yeah, good.
And you are encouraging the behavior, and you're encouraging the space to, like, you can do what you want to do every Thursday. Not to say anybody needs to be on the leash, but what I'm saying is if you keep giving somebody rope, they're gonna run with it.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then, everybody needs to have you got to have checks and balances. You just got to make shit work. I got to be weary, and I shouldn't say weary. I gotta know that if I lose you, it will hurt me. But if you don't give me that notion that if I do get caught doing some shit, you gonna leave, then I'm gonna keep doing what the fuck I'm doing.
And that's the thing. Now that what you just said about, like, on a Thursday, especially if you wasn't, when we first got together, we done been together a year, 9 months, a year. And now on Thursdays, you saying, "Oh, I'm going to Mike's house tonight." Next Thursday, "Oh, I'm going to Mike's house tonight." The Thursday after that, "Oh, I'm gonna go chill at Mike's house." Okay, now these red flags. The first night, okay, I'm gonna give it to you. That second Thursday, that fourth Thursday, that fifth, and it continue on every Thursday. No, red flags are popping. I'm getting ready to dig deep to see what is going on at Mike's house. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to Mike's house.
But let's just say you go to Mike's house and he's always there at Mike's house. Let's just say there's honestly nothing going on at Mike's house.
That's right.
And
you can't, right?
And you keep showing up to Mike's house, and there's nothing going on. But it creates a pattern that there's a slight chance that you might not show up at Mike's house for me to go do some shit and then come back. I'm not saying that's what happens, because there's a lot of guys that don't do shit. But what I'm saying is that when the way you look at things, you say, I'm going to give you grace until you show me that, or I'm going to give you leeway till you show me that, something else. All I'm saying is that sometimes you just can't do that shit.
I mean, here's the thing with that. And I'm going to use this mic thing as, you know, the subject or what we're talking about. So you go to Mike House every Thursday. I'm trying to figure out, why are you going to Mike House every Thursday? Because if you see that it's becoming an issue between us and it's becoming an issue with our relationship, when are you going to stop going to Mike House every single week? You say you're not doing anything. Like, is it Mike getting your attention, or is you trying to make our relationship better? You trying to make our relationship work?
Well, you know, Victor puts a good point there, and I'm listening to both of y'all. But let's deal from the premise: the person hasn't done anything to cause to break trust. If he goes to Mike House every Thursday, and that's his outlet, and he enjoys that. I play softball. I play softball Saturday, Sunday, Monday night, Wednesday night, and sometimes Thursday night. I played a lot of softball. So I was out of the house. But what I did to just my relationship, I made sure that at the time when I was with Hanifa, you know, she got the time that was needed. It's a compromise. I worked together. But if it comes down to just going to Mike House every Thursday night, because we playing spades, just like if you're a Mason and you going, or you part of the Elks Club, or you going to the Masonic Club on Thursday to get out with the fellas, and that's your outlet, then why is that a red flag? If every Thursday I'm going, and then something comes up on a Thursday and you need to go out, and he says, okay, I'm not going that night, I'm going with you. But you know that his outlet, he don't ask to do anything else for his enjoyment except for Thursday to go to Mike's house. Then that shouldn't be a problem. Why is that a problem?
I'm not going to, it's like, if I'm saying, like, if this is all of a sudden out the blue, every Thursday you doing something different, you know, playing cards. I get that. I have family members that have a game night. They play cards every week. You know, they have a night of playing cards, Masonic meetings, things like that. I'm not talking about things like that, but I'm talking about when you're doing things out of the ordinary, then I'm going to question you a little bit. Now, if you telling me, you know, okay, you know, I'm going over there, Mike and I, we just chilling. Like, well, babe, what about, let's do something this Thursday. Let's go bowling. Are you going to sacrifice and go bowling with me? Or is that you and Mike night, Thursday night?
I'm going to go bowling with you. But then if that becomes an issue, and you know that Mike is Thursday nights when we get together over there, because I'm looking at with Nicole Harris, what are you doing at Mike's house that you can't go out with me on Thursday? Why do I got to go out with you on a Thursday while we can't go out on a Tuesday night? Why can't we go out on a Wednesday night if you know that what I'm doing? What am I doing at Mike's house? See, that right there causes problems. Because if I'm a sincere person and I'm not giving problems to you to go out with you any other night, Sister Nicole, then don't come at me and say, well, what are you doing at Mike's house that I can't go out with you on Thursday? Well, why do you have to go out with me on Thursday if you know I'm going out at Mike's house, unless something is going on that Thursday that you want me to accompany you with? And if that's the case, then I'll break that Thursday night and go out with you, because I know this is a relationship. And I want to be happy here.
So I'm gonna say this. And I know we just talking about going to Mike's house. There's a lot of aspects that people can throw into it, but we also got to be in mind, what the hell is at Mike's house? First thing is, if I'm in a relationship and Mike's single, hey Mike, me and you can't hang like that. Not every damn Thursday. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, Mike, like I said, it creates an opportunity for me to. I was just throwing something out there. I said every third Thursday, but
Thursday.
That
makes sense.
Yeah, but
no, I'm going. I'm definitely going.
Yeah, that's a bit wild. But but what I'm saying is like, so I've learned now, you know, moving forward, it's okay to let somebody know who you with, where you at. Like at one time, I was like, man, I ain't gonna never tell nobody where the fuck I'm at, where I'm doing. But so for team, like you talked about playing softball.
Yeah.
You playing softball every Saturday and Sunday. Somebody can ride by the field and say, the team right there. That's different than your car at Mike's house. I understand this now. Moving forward, I understand, like, in order to be with somebody, there's some shit I got to give up.
Yeah.
And one thing I know I'm gonna have to give up is fucking privacy. I can't be private about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever go on at Mike's house, I might need to disclose what's going on at Mike's house. Because if I keep running to Mike's house, you know what women love to say. If you keep going to Mike's house, what you and Mike over there doing?
That's what Nicole just said.
I like this picture.
I didn't really read that, but that's basically like what you implying. Like, come on, man, we ain't even like that. It's not like, I hope it ain't like that, but I'm just saying, like, it ain't even like that. And to imply that, and I hope she's not implying that, but I just realized, you know, in order to be, you just got to give up some shit, and privacy is one of them, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean I feel like that's with anybody relationship, unless you just what's the word? You just don't care at all about your significant other. Like, you don't care to give up anything. Like, this is how you met me. This is what it is.
But some people don't want the honesty as well, because there are some people, women and men, that are honest from the beginning. Like, listen, I'm going to my house because my looking at me, here this old lady.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people that are virtually honest with the people they with, and like, listen, you know, I do this. If you don't like it, it is what it is. And then people will come and say, I change this person. And then,
you know what somebody told me before? They said, don't put your trust in humans, because humans will disappoint you every single time.
wait a minute. You
No, I'm saying that's what they told me. That's what someone told me before. I didn't say that. I didn't say I agree with that.
Huh? Do you believe it?
No, because I want to give someone the benefit of the doubt. That's going back to, I'm saying that's what the person told me. Don't put your, and I think this was back when we was doing the podcast, and I was talking about how the same thing about, I'm going to trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you. And that's when they,
yeah, we had that discussion. We had a big thing. I think that we are human and we follow this. We are human, and you know, religion or not religious, you know, in the Bible it talks about the flesh is weak. Jesus talked about the flesh is weak. You know, this is a challenge. Life is a challenge. And you know, there's people out there know themselves and know that they can be straightforward. But we also know that we are human and we can make mistakes. We can, and remember, God gave us what? Will to choose between this and that. Sometimes we don't get our choices always right. Sometimes we don't.
I'm gonna say
that's
this.
What we call about learning, growth.
Yeah.
It's not a mistake until I get caught. No matter what I did, it's not a mistake. Even if I break something, it's not a mistake until I get caught, bro. In my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I don't look at a mistake. I don't even look at a. Remember, we got into this before. What a mistake is. If I know I'm doing something wrong, even if I do get caught, it ain't a mistake because it was a choice. I know I was doing wrong. I hate that I got caught. When Hanifa caught, when I got caught with that letter, you remember that whole letter? Got caught with that letter in my pocket.
Never forget the letter.
That was no damn mistake. That was no damn mistake, bro. Because I got caught. That was a choice. I told Hanifa, I didn't tell her, oh, babe, I told her, I'm sorry that I hurt you. I know what the hell I was doing. My feelings developed for someone else. You understand? I did everything possible not to cross that line with that person. But my feelings developed. When she asked me, do you feel for this person? I said, yeah. I didn't know Hanifa was going to go in my phone and call this woman up and have a conversation. But when she did, when I was asleep and went in my phone and called that woman. I bet you when she got off that phone and told me she called her, she said this, everything you said matched up because I told her everything. So it wasn't a mistake. I knew what the hell I was doing.
But how long? Well, no, never mind.
You know me, I answer anything. You know me, I'm real with mine. Real with mine. I just don't want to hurt nobody else by exposing certain things, but it's real. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that I hurt someone because when the shoe's on the other foot, it's a mother. It's the mother, y'all.
Exactly. That's why I asked that question to the guy. Like, you've been down this road, so why would you want to hurt someone else? Because you know how it feels to be hurt. That's what I don't understand. That's all I don't understand. And I know y'all said the flesh is weak, but I don't understand how people can cheat. If they've been down that road before, they know how it feels to be hurt. Like, that is no fun feeling.
Well, let's go down here. Somebody asked, I think it was Shannon said, then why was you in her bed? I don't know what that is, because that I didn't cross that line. I didn't cross that line in that situation. But one of the things that I've said this before about monogamy relationships, I told y'all before, I practice it. I practice monogamy, but I don't believe in it. And you know, and a lot of times, Veronica, we want our cake and eat it too. A lot of us are not just attractive with one woman. And the same thing, a lot of us men don't want to hear this when a woman comes out and say the same thing that we say. I'm not just attracted to one man. And I want them more than one man. So when she beds that next dude, you know what? She gets called a garden tool. Us men don't get called a garden tool like that. We get a pat on the back, especially from the fellas. We get high fives. Yo, dude, got another notch on your belt. See, society doesn't treat us differently. But see, things are turning now. Women are more, and I've said this before, women are in more powerful positions. They're not subjected to be under your beck and call because they make as much or more money than you. They can foot their own bill. And some of you men are living in their own house, their houses now. Okay? So the tide has changed.
So I don't think you're right. You're 100% right. On that side of, you know, women are a lot more successful now. I shouldn't say successful. Women are they have a lot more opportunities now. But when we start talking about success, you're looking at it from one side. This chick over here making $400,000 a year. Let's back it up to Meg Thee Stallion. Is Meg a successful woman? Do women look up to her as a role model? I don't want my daughters to look up to her as a role model. Yeah, she makes good music, but she can't keep a man. To me, that's not. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to know why she can't keep a man. I want to know.
Holly Berry keep a man.
Who?
You know, that irks me. That really irks me because, you know, somebody could look at me and say, why she can't keep a man?
It's a good question.
Maybe because we're tired of the BS. Maybe we don't want to. Maybe we're not taking so much of the BS that we used to. Like, I supposed to just sit here and allow that man to treat me any kind of way? I supposed to sit around here and allow them to cheat on me with it, and just supposed to take it? Like, I'm supposed to just sit there, be a good girl, and because his flesh is so weak, he can't help it. He's a man. That's like, I supposed to just sit around and just take that, knowing that he is doing all these different things. You know, he's at her house, sleeping with her. He's coming home and trying to sleep with me. Like, do I supposed to, because I'm a woman, do I supposed to just sit around and just take what this man is doing to me? No. So going back to what y'all said, why she can't keep a man? Because I'm not going to keep taking the BS. That's why. So I'm going to continue until God send me that man who he has for me. Then call it what you want. why she
Well, I
can't
got a
keep a
problem
man.
with that.
That's why.
I got
Hold
a
up.
problem with that. But
That's
go ahead, Vic.
that's your fault. Because I don't know who sent them other dudes.
Right? Yeah. You can't sit there and pick up God. Victor said it right there. Who sent these other dudes then?
I did.
Okay.
And
So-
you're right. You're right. That was my fault because you know what? The other ones I didn't even pray for. You know, it was, oh, I think we make a good
So-
couple.
so
You
the
know,
problem
but now,
So the problem is somebody done knock your little jizz wheel to the side, and all of a sudden you head over heels, or somebody done blew in your little patootie, and you head over heels. It's like it's more to life than that. Sometimes we create a scenario, and I'm guilty of it. I'm very, very guilty of this. So I'm speaking from experience. We create people in our minds that the person we with, they're not even it. I can show you somebody, I can show you several people who I've dated before, and I can say, man, this person's like this, and everybody be like, that ain't who that person is. And I created this whole illusion in my head that this person was this, and this, and this, and this,
yeah,
and they wasn't it.
yeah,
And I stayed there until I couldn't take it no more. I'm like, you know what? This person really wasn't shit.
yeah, exactly. I had to learn that though. But going in, they was the nicest person.
But it was my fault. It's still my fault. Because
I'm
this
not-
person told me in the beginning. And guess what I did? Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? She did buy me some sneakers today, so I'm cool. She did, you know what I'm saying, do something.
You know, you know what? Okay, you got a point there. I can say that a lot of the things that went on, yeah, that was my fault because I saw the things, you know. But going into it, first meeting that person, it was like, oh my gosh, you know, this is the sweetest person ever. But then when I started seeing these little things going on, you know, what they was doing, at that point, my feelings are already there. My feelings are already in it, you know. Then walked down the aisle, then spent thousands of dollars, well, not my money, but thousands of dollars on a wedding. And, you know, I'm thinking, I'm going to make this work because we went before God. I'm going to make this work. So, yeah, at some point, yeah, it was my fault. But is it 100% my fault because I stayed there? No, because I felt like that was the right thing to do as a married woman was to stay and to try to make my marriage work. So how do we go ahead?
I don't think it's never 100% your fault. It's always 50-50. But what I will say, if I'm not afraid of losing you, then I will always play with you. Understand what I mean when I say that. And I ain't trying to be ugly. If I'm with somebody, if I ain't scared for you to leave, what the fuck I care about what I do?
That's called respect.
You're
not respecting the person.
So what I'm saying is if I cherish you and and you nurture me and you pour into me, I don't ever want to see you leave. So you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to cheat on you. I'm not going to disrespect you. There's a bunch of things that I'm just not going to do because I am afraid of losing you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people out there that don't give a. There's some people right now that like, shit, she'll come back. It might take a week or two because she cherished the relationship more than this nigga do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm listening to y'all. I'm looking at the
soapbox right here. I'm gonna get off my soapbox and I'll let you have it. There's some women out there that don't realize that their man doesn't care if they're there or not because he knows she gonna come back in a matter of time, and I'm gone.
Yeah, that's very true. We give a lot.
And a lot of times we judge from our past relationships. So I've said this before on Tangy Tea, that a lot of times a lot of people that have not been in a good, healthy relationship, y'all don't know what a good, healthy relationship is. Not from experience. You don't. You have it on paper in your mind, you visualize it. But if you've had nothing but terrible relationships, and Victor, you know I disagree with that 50-50. Because sometimes it can be one person that's in a relationship that is not quite ready for a relationship can do things that is all their fault that causes the breakup. It's not always 50-50.
But you 50% at fault because you were there.
Right. But you don't, but like Veronica says in the beginning, remember in the beginning, everybody, remember what we said, everybody's on the best behavior when you first meet somebody. You don't start, just like you don't start breaking wind around somebody till it takes time for you to, you understand? You don't get comfortable around someone the time goes on. You don't let those guards down until time goes on. So as time goes on, then you start to find out the real person. All that fluff shit, that starts to go out the window. That starts to come off and you start to find out who the real person is. For you to understand what a healthy relationship is, and you've had one before or a couple, that is an example of what you're looking for. But a lot of people who have been in toxic relationships, I hate to say this, but that's all you know is toxicity.
Right.
That's all you know.
So, Fatim, I can't agree with you on that because
go ahead.
We both come into this relationship, and it's 100%. We both come into it. Half is her, half is me. There is no way that I can sit here and say anything is 100% her fault if I'm still here.
But you still there, Victor. But as time goes on, I'll give you an example. You get with a young lady named Dottie. I just made up a name, y'all. Hopefully, the lady Dottie. You get in there. You meet her at a club, right? You met her in a club. She comes over. Next thing you know, she says she could cook. She can't cook. The next thing you know, she wants to be in the club, and that's not really. You met her in the club. But that's not who you are. You just happen to meet her in the club. You're not going out to the club. She wants to be in the club. She wants to be out with her girlfriends. She wants you to spend money on this and that. That doesn't help the relationship. I'm just saying that as time goes on, if you choose to stay, then that becomes your fault. But once you saw these red flags and you're not happy and you put this on the table, hey, babe, I'm not happy with this. And she continues to do that. Then you walk away. That's not your fault because you have to see these red flags and experience these red flags to at least bring it to the table and say, yo, this is not working here. This is not working.
So you're right. You're 100% right in that scenario. But not once did you say me and Dottie was in this relationship. It sounded like we were just hanging out because there was really no union. You said we went from the club.
Met in the club and then you built into a relationship. I didn't say that, but that's what I mean. You built into the relationship.
So she burnt the food. You know,
she burnt the rice.
But
you didn't tell about. It's your fault.
I'm eating the burnt rice, and it could be my fault, but I look at it as if me trying to protect your feelings. But I eat the burnt rice. But then you start hanging out with your homegirls. So this is where I have a issue because if you keep hanging with your homegirls, then apparently my presence is not needed. I understand that everybody, needs time away from their spouse or partner or whatever to feel whole or to just get a break. But it can't become a pattern because if it does, then that means that you don't need me like that. I'm a burden. And you need to blow steam off, and we can't work through this. Your homegirls is your outlet, and that may be so, but it can't become a pattern because we're not working towards why you spending all this time with them when you get shitting with me. That's how I look at it. If you upset with me and you got to always run to your homegirl Sally or whatever every other Thursday or every third Thursday, then how are we trying to fix to the point that you ain't always running to her with our problems?
Right. That's why you get in a relationship. You hope. I'm just looking back at some of my past relationships and knowing what I'm looking for now. Like I put something on the internet the other day that what I was looking for, and I just felt like to put that energy out there in the universe. I was real with what I say. I don't play with that there, but I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for. And I'm so glad that the young lady that I went to I was going on a date with this young lady, and I met her girlfriend, and it was Hanifa. And I'm glad that I didn't get with the one I was dealing with, was supposed to deal with, and I met Hanifa. But what I'm saying is, when you get in a relationship, at least I was, majority of that was healthy, is that we had a lot of things in common. We had certain visions that we wanted to build together. You understand? And she just brought so many great characteristics to the table that even made me better. And she said, I made her better. And that's what we brought to the table. We made each other better, looking for the similar things and sometimes the same things. We wanted to have children. I don't know what it is to say, somebody say, oh, I'm pregnant. And you be like, oh, damn. I wanted to have children. Hanifa wanted to have children. We crave pregnancy. You understand? We crave relationship things. We had fun together. So when I left the boys at the softball field, I came home. I enjoyed coming home. Had a great time at home.
But it's always gonna get stained with that letter.
Oh yeah, and look how far along. Look how far along, and we discussed how that happened. And I don't want to put words in Hanifa's mouth, but if my daughters are watching, they would know. She even mentioned to the young lady. She said, I kind of pushed Fatine out there. You understand? That's why we talked about that situation.
So you got pushed out pretty much.
I kind of got pushed out, but still kind of got pushed out where the door opened, where it allowed another person to kind of creep in, where my feelings developed. No physical activity happened with me and that young lady.
So that can go ahead, Victor.
Please say something.
No, I was going to say, so the question that you all threw at me or to the females out there of why a woman can't keep a man, and this can be the same question to you all, why y'all can't keep a female.
So
well, I kept one for 30 years, so
I'm
just her though.
So
I mean, yeah. Till we hit that bump. You want me to puff on something too?
I can't find
something to puff on over here.
To be honest with you, I thought I was bigger than the program. Really did. I thought I was bigger than the program. I thought I was bigger than I was bigger than the relationship. I thought I can do whatever it is that I do, and shit gonna always be whatever the hell it is that I say it's gonna be. And it don't work that way. It works in the beginning. It do work in the beginning. But eventually people get tired of that shit.
Hello.
I'm being honest. You ask a question, I'm being honest with you.
And that's going back to what I was saying. We're not going to sit around and just let people do what they want to do these days. I'm not.
But in a sense, I'm going to still do what I want to do. Whether you're wrong, you're along.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to find someone who's going to let me be me. That's going to still allow me and co-sign all the bullshit that I want to do. See, the problem is I chose wrong for a long time. I chose people who I thought was the right fit for me, and they wasn't. There's a lot of bullshit I love doing. I found somebody who, hey, babe, let's get up and ride out. You know what I'm saying? To wherever, and they'll get up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't come in the bathroom with me right now because I want a little bit of privacy, and they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? All the little quirks. Don't touch my thermostat.
So you, so you found who you were looking for, huh? Did you pray for this person, Vic, or did this just
He
happen?
drew this person. What the hell are you talking about?
No,
Shit.
it's not that. It's the simple fact that I had an epiphany, and it was like, stop just going about people who like you. How about
Yeah.
you go out there and you find somebody who you like?
Hmm.
It's
That's
easy,
dope.
man. You know how easy it is for somebody to come to you and say, I like you. And you're like, well, shit, let me see if I can make this work. How about you go out there and you find somebody? I'm just
Yeah. Those days are over.
them days ain't over. Trust me. If you
For
go out
me.
there and find somebody who like you, find somebody who you like, Veronica, it's so listen. You got everything going for you. A nigga be stupid not to like you back. I'ma just
But
be honest.
you got to be compatible. And this is one thing that I get. I'm gonna leave this here because I'm looking at our time. One of the things I'm gonna say that I don't hear too many people say is I hear too many people say, man, relationships are a lot of work. Well, my relationship with Hanifa was just not a lot of work. It just was not a lot of work. When you on a similar page, the same page, and you're working together and you know one another and you respect one another and
Yeah.
you love one another, it just wasn't hard work. What was hard to see her suffer in pain with the sickle cell crisis or things like that, but it wasn't hard work. You know, when she was on or feeling the best and doing her thing, I was doing my thing. We had challenges in the relationship, money, challenges with the kids or whatever, but not to the point our relationship was hard work that we had to get down and really go through. No, it just wasn't. It just wasn't. And when I hear people say relationships are hard work, I wonder if you are trying to fit a square into a round peg. And maybe that relationship is not something that y'all should be working towards. Maybe you need to get out of it.
Mm.
You know when a relationship is hard for team?
When,
To be honest with you, in my opinion, you know when a relationship is hard?
when,
When I get in my feelings and I got
mm.
to come back and say either I apologize or accept an apology. That's to me, that's the hardest part is accepting an apology or giving one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I know I can be very, very, very bullheaded. But shit, like I said, I can go days without talking to somebody. To me, that's the easy part. But reinitiating that conversation and saying either I'm sorry or accepting the apology, it's hard, bro.
See, I used to be like that, Victor, where I can walk by you like I almost see you in the house. But
What? Wow.
that was the old Veronica. Yeah, absolutely. But the growth of it all, and I'm talking about the old Veronica over 10 years. I'm just saying the Veronica now we making up before the end of the night if we even go through anything. Like, no, I'm not. Life is too short. Like, I'm not doing that. No.
I'ma still walk by like I ain't see you. Because this is the way I look at it. I don't want to say something to you that I'm gonna have to regret or can't take back. So I might walk past you and don't say nothing. You might want some affection. I'm gonna give it to you, but at the same time, respect my space. And the reason I say that is it's a defense mechanism for me. I have to shut down because let me process what I got going on. Just because you processed it in 2 hours and you good with it, it might take me 3 days. I still love you, and I ain't gonna go out here and do nothing fucking stupid. And I'm gonna still lay next to you. I might put a damn pillow wall in between us because I don't want to touch you, but I'm not gonna disrespect you. I'm just not gonna do that. Give
And
me
when you
my
could,
time. Give me my time. And if you can't give me my time to process it, and if this is not something that you think that is healthy, then we got to split up.
Mm.
And I also got to give you that same grace. if I get over something and you're not over it, then I gotta wait. If I love you enough, I'll wait on you. But if I feel like it's been too long, then I gotta bounce.
I was going to ask y'all this question because I was talking to my friend and I told her, I was like, you know, we could be mad at each other, but don't let an emergency come up and your car breaks down and you don't call me, because that's where we get bullheaded and get stupid with things. And that was my philosophy, because we can get upset at each other. Like 9/11, me and Hanifa had a big blow up that weekend. That weekend we had a big blow up. But when 9/11 happened, I mean, that was a very bad catastrophe, but it don't even have to be on that level. We always had this in our heart that we knew that when we had to deal with each other, there's a time and a place. And that's what I said to my friend. Don't let us get mad at each other and we don't call each other and I get stuck or I'm not feeling well and I need you. I need to pick up that phone and call you, and vice versa. And that's when you know you love the person, you respect the person, but at that particular time, I don't like the person. And that's the difference. But understanding what like, love, and you understand, and respect is.
You right.
I'll ring the bell on that, but this Victor went like that.
You right. Like Tasha said, well, somebody said, well, I don't
And I see Natasha said, I'm calling roadside. See, that's that bullheadedness there. That don't make sense.
I get it. I get what you're
saying. Hey,
saying.
Natasha, what's up, girl?
I get it, because I'm gonna tell you this: if me and Veronica together and we had this big ass blow up, and then something happened to her car, and she called roadside assistance, I'm gonna feel like shit, because I'm like, well, damn. You felt like you couldn't come to me in an emergency. You had to go call roadside assistance. Like, I think I feel worse, because I didn't create a space safe enough for you to come to me in an emergency. Yes. You felt like I abandoned you. So yeah, I would feel if for a woman to pull that, that's the ultimate move right there. Not to say that I leave, but I'd be like, well, damn, I might need to reevaluate the hell I'm got doggone doing.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna do that. If I need my friend and we just had a blow up, you know, I don't want to try to spite her or spite myself, you know, what I call the girl upstairs, because you know we wasn't talking. But that's with respect, love, and where you, like I said, you can still love and respect the person. You may not like them at that moment. That's the difference.
You're right.
All right. Well, on that note, guys, it's time to wrap it up. We are
What? You don't wrap nothing up over here. Well, I do. I do. Was counting the day.
On that note, it's time for us to get out of here. Now, when
we supposed to do 1 hour, right?
Exactly. I was getting ready to say, when I text these guys, I said, let's do an hour, if even an hour. Here we are, 2 hours later. But this has been good. It was great being back on this panel with you guys. Thank you to all of you who left comments. I see my girl Rhonda was in the comments. Hey, Rhonda. And all the ones that have been watching the show before, Tasha and Tyrone. And I don't want to start calling names, but I'm just saying, like, everybody that's been riding with us for a very long time, we appreciate seeing you guys back in the comments tonight. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, it was good sitting with these knuckleheads. Brother Fatine, all the way from WBLS radio station New York, and Vic White. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate that. We're not going to set a date of when we will have another show. It's just gonna, happen like tonight happened. I text these guys. What's
this?
Friday night, I think it was. Or Saturday night. No, it was Saturday, I think. But anywho, I was like, hey, let's jump on. Let's do a show. So, just be watching out, because we're going to, come back and do another show. We're just not going to set like dates of when, because I know I'm extremely busy right now with my lifestyle going on. I'm busy. It may be another Sunday when we do this. I don't know. Vic's in love. Brother Team doing his thing. WBLS, he in love. I'm in love. We're all in love.
Tell us something. And the New York Knicks is going all the way, baby. Jason just asked the team what the Knicks going to do in the finals. You know what we're doing, baby. We're putting a foot in that back.
What finals? Y'all got to make it
So,
to the finals, bro.
We only got one. We'll sweep them tomorrow. We got this.
thank
Yeah,
you,
whatever.
Tati. Jere Watson, pleasant surprise to see y'all this evening. Thank you so
Hey,
much.
Sister Dre.
Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much. That I shouldn't have started calling names because I'm gonna leave out so many people. But thank y'all so much. Of course, Tasha, let me know when. Thank you, Lisa. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. But we're
And
getting ready to
again,
get out of here.
Sister Cheryl, again, our prayers and condolences to
Yes,
you, my sister. And like
absolutely.
you just said, we, miss you, love you as well, my sister. Thank you for your
Yes.
support and love.
Thank y'all so much. And until next time, we are Tangy Tea of Life, and we are out.
There you go. Also, big up to Mr. Sammy. We forgot to say what's up to Mr. Sammy.
Yes, was Mr. Sammy on tonight?
I thought I
Uh,
saw him at one
I
time, but maybe I didn't.
I didn't see Mr. Sammy. I don't think.
Okay.
got
I'm
out the
sorry.
I know Thomas was on here. All right. All right. Good night, guys. Be safe out there. And until next time.
Buenas noches. Got it on?